The New Jersey Alliance for Action recognizes the following members and friends who have departed during the past year: Nick Acella, Robert Goslin, former First Lady Deborah Kane, Joseph Martin, Frank McCardle, Francis McManaman, former New Jersey State Senator, Michael Mitchley, Joseph Patero, former New Jersey Assemblyman, Sister Frances Raftery, William Tremaine, Fred Witham, and Warren Wolf, former New Jersey Assemblyman. Welcome to the New Jersey Alliance for Action's 2020 Eagle Award celebration, one of the most anticipated and prestigious events in our state. Today's honorees have been chosen for their outstanding contributions toward improving New Jersey's economy and quality of life. This year's recipients are Barbara Armand Kushner, President and owner, Armand Corporation. The New Jersey Laborers, Employers, Cooperation, and Education Trust, and the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative. Kevin Becica, County Engineer, Camden County. Stephen F. Dougherty, Executive Director, South Jersey Transportation Authority. Stephen Plate, Chief of Major Capital Projects, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. And Neil Van Cleef, Founder, Van Cleef Engineering Associates. Funding for today's Eagle Award celebration has been provided by Armand Corporation. Deep experience and strong leadership for your success. Atlantic City Electric, an Exelon company. Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, the labor management fund of the International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 825. Enbridge, life takes energy. GPI. GPI is a nationally recognized engineering firm that has been working to better our communities by providing high-quality engineering and construction services for over 50 years. Lantier Construction Company, New Jersey's full-service natural gas construction company for over 20 years. NJ Lessett, building a better New Jersey and union construction industry through labor management cooperation. New Jersey Natural Gas, leading the way to a clean energy future. Ørsted. Ørsted's Ocean Wind team congratulates tonight's honorees for their work in supporting New Jersey's economy. Ocean Wind, leading the way toward New Jersey's clean energy future. PSE&G. PSE&G, we make things work for you. STV. STV is among the nation's top engineering, architectural, planning, and program and construction management firms. We provide multidisciplinary services for a wide range of clients, including those in transportation, institutional, energy, design build, and federal sectors. Enduring, driven, visionary. Tonio Burgos and Associates Incorporated, a leading strategic planning and lobbying firm building results-driven solutions for private and public sector clients. Shamrock Communications, New Jersey's leading digital video production company. and Van Cleef Engineering Associates, engineering with focus. Since 1972, Van Cleef delivers responsive, innovative, and cost-effective engineering solutions to our valued clients. Hi everyone, I'm Jerry Keenan. Thanks for joining us for today's virtual Eagle Awards celebration, when we'll recognize individuals and organizations for their outstanding contributions to the state's economy, environment, and quality of life. Well, this has been a year like no one has ever seen before in the past. And likewise, today's Eagle Awards celebration is also a lot different. But one thing is not different. The Eagle Awards has been recognized as one of New Jersey's top 10 networking events, and that has not changed. Today, we're joined by utility, engineering, contracting, labor, healthcare, higher education, government, and other New Jersey leaders. I hope you got a chance to speak with them before we started our program today. And just remember, we'll open up the room for additional networking opportunities when our ceremony is complete. Well, the Eagle Awards has always given us a chance to pay tribute to the people and organizations that make New Jersey better. And that also has not changed this year. Today we'll honor a woman that started a small South Jersey company in the early 90s and then turned it into one of the most admired and respected firms in the entire region. A pair of labor and management partnership organizations that have worked tirelessly, particularly important during this pandemic, to develop new opportunities for union construction work. A woman county engineer that ensures the safety and efficiency of over 200 bridges and over 400 lane miles in South Jersey. A man that will oversee the largest capital plan in the history of the South Jersey Transportation Authority. We're going to learn more about that capital plan later. The chief of major capital projects for the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, and the founder of what was once a small Somerset County engineering company, a company he's led through incredible growth across New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. Well, for the past 46 years, the Alliance for Action has stood alone as the leading association of business, labor, professionals, and government whose sole mission is to advocate for capital construction and infrastructure improvements for the benefit of all New Jersey citizens. On behalf of the Alliance for Action Board of Directors and our staff, I want to once again thank each of you for joining us. I also want to thank all of our supporters, the people and organizations that have made our past 46 years of work possible. And I'd also be remiss if I did not thank and acknowledge the firms and organizations and also labor groups that have supported the Eagle Awards by placing an ad in our souvenir tribute book. And now please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our first award is our Chairperson's Award. It's being presented to Barbara Armand Kushner. Barbara is the president and CEO of Armand Corporation. She started the firm in 1991, and despite recessions and other economic slowdowns, her leadership has helped Armand Corporation grow into one of the most respected and admired organizations in the entire region. Barbara was born and raised in Louisiana, and she picked up a knack for construction from family members in the industry. It's worked out quite well. So please join me in watching a special presentation on Barbara Armand Kushner.
Armand Corporation is a 30-year-old company. In April 2021, we'll reach 30 years old. We're a construction management and program management company. Our markets includes K through 12 schools, transportation projects, multifamily housing, disaster recovery, you name it, we pretty much have worked on it over the past 29 years. When I was in college, I started interning at Bechtel, a large engineering and construction management company. And when I got there, I knew I had found the right place, and that was on nuclear power plant construction. The first day I remember going on site, and fell in love with what I was looking at. And I told a couple of the guys that were with me, I'm going to build these types of projects one day. You wait and see. And I was 23 years old. Later on, I started Armstrong Corporation. I had my office in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I'm in a New Jersey incorporated business. And I had been in New Jersey for 19, 20 years, building my company. And then that downturn, that recession started. Something kept saying, go to New York, go to New York. And that's what I did. And I did it slowly. It was a challenge, but it paid off in the second year. And that was in 2011. I ended up getting for two or three contracts during 2011. Well, we had always been in construction management and transportation, vertical and horizontal construction. That was what the company was built on. One day, my husband said to me, you need to get in that business of disaster recovery. And I had an opportunity first to work on Hurricane Sandy rebuilding right here in New Jersey, in Ocean County and up the coastline. That was so fulfilling. It's something about rebuilding and helping people get back into their homes is nothing like it. I started my company in 1991 and couldn't get any financing. But there was also, because I'm a woman, I had to deal with sexism. Because I'm an African American, it was unconscious and conscious, bias, racism. So I had to deal with those issues that men really don't have to go through. So it was a triple challenge for me, but I persevered. I do feel like I'm a role model, and I do feel that I have the need to give back, to make sure that I bring as many women into the industry as possible. There seems to be more and more women coming into the field. I think in the future, you won't hear people start the conversation with a male-dominated industry. I think they'll just say, oh, she went into construction. That's it. I want to thank the Alliance for Action for selecting me for the Chairman's Award. Thank you to Phil Beecham and to Jerry Keenan for all the work that they do. I am really honored to accept this award on behalf of Armstrong Corporation and all of my staff, and for everyone that contributed to the growth of Armstrong Corporation, all my clients, all my business friends throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Barbara. It's so good to see good things happen to good people. Our next award is the Sigurd Lucassen Labor Award. This year, we're honoring co-recipients, the New Jersey Laborers, Employers Cooperation and Education Trust, better known as NJ Lesset, and the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, better known as ELEC. They each continuously work to develop new opportunities for their signatory contractors. And that work could not be more important than today as we battle the COVID-19 pandemic. Fortunately, they've had a lot of successes throughout the years, as we'll learn during this special tribute.
ELEC is our labor management fund, so it's a cooperative between the members of the Operating Engineers Local 825 and our signatory employers. And our ELEC group goes about advocating for things that are good public policy in the interest of both the contractors and our membership, as well as has developed programs to try to make sure that our employers are more competitive in the marketplace.
The New Jersey Laborers, Employers, Cooperation and Education Trust is a labor management fund. Half our board are members of the Laborers International Union of North America, and half our board are signatory contractors who come together to work together in cooperation, as part of our name, cooperation, to promote union construction and grow the economy of New Jersey.
And the whole goal is so that our employers, when they call our union hall to say they need a skilled person to do a certain task and have certain credentials, that person's ready to go instantly.
New Jersey Lesset's role is to come in and work with that developer at all facets of whatever it is they do, with the back end being an understanding that they're then going to hire union. So, and hiring union doesn't just mean hiring laborers, it means hiring our contractors, and hopefully a New Jersey-based contractor.
For ELEC to accept this honor with Lesset is really a great thing, because on almost every single job we're on, you have both operating engineers and laborers. So we're like-minded in the goals that we try to achieve. We're like-minded in the way we try to get there. So we work together on almost every initiative that one would see out in the construction process.
We drive New Jersey's economy. So getting folks to understand what it is that we do, and especially in a time of COVID, how important it is to keep our folks employed is so critical.
With COVID-19 budgets challenged, we have to work on ensuring that there is enough of a line and enough dollars and resources going into infrastructure to continue to make sure our mass transit is rebuilt, that our roads and bridges maintain good state of repair, work on some of the big projects like the Hudson Rail tunnels. It's all about making sure right now that financing is going to be in place.
New Jersey's strength is its geography. Having a world-class infrastructure in New Jersey is critical to our economy. So as much as it creates direct jobs, it's the indirect jobs that really matter. It's the warehouses that get built. It's the trucking jobs that get created. It's the logistics jobs. It's the everything else that comes with that ensures that New Jersey's economy remains strong. So getting a transportation infrastructure funded at world-class levels is maybe our single greatest victory.
Well, the biggest success I think we could look at is the reauthorization of New Jersey's Transportation Trust Fund. We put a lot of time and energy into that. It meant so much to our employers to have a workload that was coming out of DOT insofar as road projects. It's where the bulk of our membership works as far as the construction workers. For our members who work in the quarries and the mines, bringing asphalt and aggregates out to the job site, it impacts so many jobs for us.
We've been working on a project in Hoboken called the Elkhart Project. It's half an Amazon in size. It's taking us 8, 9, 10 years. We're almost at the final stages, it's not done yet. And when it's built on the Gold Coast of New Jersey, right in Hoboken, it's going to be one of the greatest buildings to have been built.
We have a great working relationship with our contractor base. That's what we bring to the table, an efficiency and a quality that really can't be matched.
Union construction is still part of the American dream, but it's also the highest skilled, best trained, and safest workforce in not only New Jersey, but in America.
On behalf of ELEC, we're very honored to receive this award, to be accepting it. Also, along with LESIT, we work in partnership on so many things. So to be honored like this together is meaningful to us. It's an acknowledgement of the hard work that our staff does, and they do work very hard each and every day. We're very happy to accept this Eagle Award.
On behalf of New Jersey LESIT, I'm honored to accept this award, but I don't accept it personally. I accept it for New Jersey LESIT. It's on behalf of my chairman, Raymond Ampacino from the laborers, and my co-chairman, Jeff Waters, alongside the Alliance for Action with Phil Beecham and Jerry Keenan, the ELEC 825, the operating engineers, Labor Management Fund. We work cooperatively on so many issues together, and together we're going to make New Jersey better and stronger.
Congratulations to NJ LESIT and to ELEC. It's been a pleasure working with you, and the Alliance for Action is looking forward to more partnerships with each of your organizations. Our next award, the Walter Rand South Jersey Award, goes to Camden County engineer Kevin Becica. Much of Camden's resurgence can be attributed to Kevin and her nonstop efforts to make sure roads, bridges, and dams across the county allow people and goods to move safely and efficiently. She's a great proponent of infrastructure improvement, and she makes it all work, as we'll see in this special look at Camden County engineer Kevin Becica.
My grandmother told me all about my grandfather, who was a chemical engineer for DuPont, and one of my uncles who was a civil engineer. So the seeds were planted when I was young, but I was absolutely determined to be an engineer. There were only 2 women in my class of 60 at Drexel. Having a male name, I learned to be tough at an early age. I didn't mind being different. When I got out of college, there was a recession, and I got a job in construction management. Then I worked in design for a while, and I was very lucky to meet my wonderful husband. And while our kids were small, I worked for his office, and I did his finances. When I decided to go back to work, I worked as a municipal engineer for municipalities in South Jersey and the middle of the state. And when the opportunity came up to be a county engineer, my previous experience was very useful because I had learned how to deal with the public, I had learned how to deal with politicians, and I understood finance. So it's not just the technical skills you need the communication skills to be able to be a county engineer. My proudest accomplishment is replacing 6 structural deficient bridges in Camden County in the last 10 years. And we have the remaining 3 structural deficient bridges undergoing design for full replacement. One of our other major projects is improving the signal timing on 10 corridors in the county. And this improves our air quality and reduces the time it takes you to get where you're going. One of our major projects that we completed was the relocation of Broadway at Morgan Boulevard in order to allow the Holtec company to build a major facility that brought jobs to the city of Camden. Camden County has 11 projects in the city of Camden that have all been funded through NJDOT. The projects that we are doing include roundabouts to make sure that traffic will flow, traffic signal timing, and again, full infrastructure and road replacement. One of my main goals has been to increase the size of the projects. So instead of doing a $500,000 project, we're doing $2 million projects or $3 million projects. We get greater efficiency. We get contractors who are more equipped to handle the large projects and understand the county process. There's so much work out there and it's so interesting and it's never boring. And I also feel very lucky that I am able to do a job that I absolutely love. I'd like to thank the Alliance for selecting me to win this award. I'm very humbled and very appreciative. And I would like to thank my county board for entrusting me to be the county engineer.
Congratulations, Kevin. It's always an honor working with you, and thanks for your leadership. Our next awardee is South Jersey Transportation Authority Executive Director Stephen Dougherty, who is receiving the President's Award. Stephen is overseeing the largest capital plan in the history of the South Jersey Transportation Authority, a program that's being funded by the recent toll adjustments on the Atlantic City Expressway. Let's get the details on the capital program and the other great things happening under Stephen's leadership at the SJTA.
I've always had a love for public service. I got a call in 2009 about an opening as Chief of Staff at the SJTA for Bart Mueller, who's a previous Eagle Award winner. And Bart asked me to come down and be his Chief of Staff, and I really appreciated the opportunity under him. He was a great mentor and a good person on top of that. And I was Chief of Staff for about 2.5 years under Bart. I stayed as Chief of Staff until October 2015, where I was ultimately promoted to Executive Director. The SJTA recently passed what is a $497.5 million capital budget. It's the largest in the authority's history. We do have a number of projects here in the short term. By fall 2020 and spring of 2021, we're going to do about $20 million worth of repaving or resurfacing on the expressway. We're also responsible for some roads in Atlantic City proper, specifically Route 87, 187, and we have the connector tunnel, of course, which connects from the expressway coming into town at mile marker 0.0 through down to the marina where Borgata is located, Harris, Golden Nugget, and we're responsible for those roads as well. So we're looking to, in 2021, create about 1,200 jobs to knock down the main barrier plazas. We have 2 located on the expressway and have overhead gantries similar to what we have today with Easy Pass, and be able to travel through and offer what would be, we think, a better product for our customers. Other projects we have, once again, to relieve congestion, is widening the expressway from mile marker 31 to 44. This is in the Gloucester County, Camden County region, both ways. It's about $150 million, we believe. and we're looking forward to kicking off design for that project and hopefully shovels in the ground sometime in 2021, 2022. We love the airport. It's really an opportunity for us to grow in the idea of air service and what we offer today. Last year we did about 1.2 million passengers. We pride ourselves on the convenience factor. We have our own airspace, so we don't have congestion in the air. Our parking facilities are extremely close, getting through the TSAs relatively quickly. So we feel like we offer a strong experience for our air traveler as well. And we're always working hard to bring in new air service. We feel like our amenities and our facilities are top-notch. Through our capital program in years past, we've totally outfitted the airport so that if we grew to 5 million passengers overnight, that we wouldn't need to make one internal infrastructure upgrade to the terminal itself. All of JFK, Philadelphia International, Newark, and half of LaGuardia can fit within our campus. One of the things I'm most proud of is our Transportation Services Department. In 2019, we provided over 550,000 one-way passenger trips in partnership with NJ Transit and other entities in South Jersey. We operate a fleet of buses, vans, trucks, sedans. As a sister agency to NJ Transit, we work closely with them to supplement services that they can't reach here in South Jersey. I'd like to thank the Alliance for Action for tonight's Eagle Award. I'm really humbled by the opportunity. I appreciate my team and all the work they put in to make me look good and move our mission forward down at the South Jersey Transportation Authority. Thank you.
Congratulations, Stephen. We're all looking forward to seeing and helping that capital plan move forward. Our next award is the Dr. John L. Buzzi Engineering Excellence Award. This year, the award is being presented to Stephen Plate, the Chief of Major Projects at the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Steve has already overseen some of the largest and most important capital projects in the region. In the coming years, Steve is expecting to direct the Hudson River Rail Tunnel program, the construction of the path extension to Newark Airport, and a long list of other major projects. Please join me in watching this special tribute to Stephen Plate.
Port Authority is a very special agency. They are truly the master builders. And they recently appointed me the master builder of the Port Authority, which to me is very humbling. My background is always been in construction from my family, who were all construction workers. These projects are so important in our region because we affect the lives of millions of people each and every day. As New York and New Jersey go, so goes the country. Understand, we're number one, but to maintain that position, we need to continue to think out of the box, whether it be the Gateway Tunnel, whether it be the bus terminal, it's been there since 1951 and needs to be desperately replaced. Path extension, a project that will open up the corridor and give us redundancy relative to how to allow people, enable people to get to not just Midtown Manhattan, not just Lower Manhattan, but also through the corridor, open it up for the region. I remember the day I was asked, could I run the entire World Trade Center site? And I said, wow. And I went home to my wife, she said, see, I told you, you have to be a little patient, God will provide. And I, for the last 20 years or so, dedicated my life with a whole bunch of very special people who barely survived 9/11 to rebuilding in the honor of the people lost that day, especially the people lost at the Port Authority. You know, the heart was ripped out in New York City. If you drove down the turnpike, everybody's had that experience where you look and say, something's different and something's not right. And, you know, we knew we had to make it right. I get excited about seeing the tower, but don't forget, that was only one element. There was the Oculus, which was truly a state-of-the-art project. There are 5 beautiful towers that will ultimately be built, 3 already completed and full. And then the most important thing, the centerpiece, is the memorial to remember the people in those locations where I worked and many people perished, our dear colleagues, and to never forget and always remember them. It was the most complex engineering and construction project ever done, but really was probably the most emotive project that I ever will be associated with. We had upwards of 10,000 people on the site at one time. There were 26,000 people employed at any one time by this project. I was writing checks for over $250 million a month. So what I used to do is set up a table and try and answer all the questions. And no one left that table until we answered all the questions. I'm a kid from inner city. Never thought I'd reach these levels or had the opportunity to be associated with these type projects, with these type people who were so special. And I really feel very humbled and very proud. I'd like to thank the Alliance for Action for presenting me with this very special award. It's really not to me, but to the Port Authority, to the governors, to the executive management, and also, most importantly, to the workers and the people on my team who dedicated their lives each and every day for the last decade to make this miracle happen.
Great news, Steve. We all wish you the best and stand ready to help your projects move forward as quickly as possible. Well, our final award is the Ellis S. Vieser Lifetime Achievement Award. Today it goes to one of the titans of the construction industry, Neil Van Cleef, the founder of Van Cleef Engineering Associates. Neil started his company in the early 1970s and led it to incredible success and growth. We're really so happy to recognize Neil. Please join me in watching a special tribute to Neil and his career.
My mom was a school teacher, and I was raised on a farm, and we milked cows every day and did that type of work, but she said, "You're going to college." I liked being outside, you know, the inspection and the variations of doing that. I really, you know, saw the need for the environmental and the getting sewers in areas that really needed it. And I saw the growth and the ability to grow the firm, and I had a lot of good people with me, and it worked out fine. We have 11 offices right now in Delaware and Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and we're heavily involved in municipal engineering for towns that we have represented for years. Environmental engineering, municipal engineering, land surveying, planning. We're a full scope engineering firm. It's more of a challenge today to find the right people to be able to keep growing. With computers, computer drafting, and the whole scope has changed, and the ability and the people you have to get to keep current. The greatest thing I look back on is the ability to get sewers in towns and provide that service to allow them to grow, and providing the services to the developers and to allow them to complete projects. I was raised as a farmer, and the land that we had there, we started developing, and we've done it for 20 to 30 years. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my kids that helped build it and grow. 3 went to Lafayette, and 1 went to UVA, you know. But, you know, they all help. Hopefully they can keep it going and keep growing it. I got quite a few grandkids that are coming along behind, too. We worked long hours. I was out 3 to 4 nights a week to municipal meetings or county meetings. I give a lot of credit to my wife, Barb. She worked typing specs till 11 o'clock at night to get everything out and on, you know, the project completed. I think I had the right people to grow with me, and we serviced our clients over the years the best we could, and they had a lot of loyalty to us too. As I said, we've been in towns 30, 40 years, and I think that's how Van Cleef Engineering got through the good and the bad times. It's an honor to receive this award. It makes me realize really how time has passed so much, and the state of New Jersey and the various towns have helped me so much, and it's an honor to have that. Without my wife, who helped build the business, and my kids, and the firm itself, they've all helped me tremendously.
Congratulations, Neil Van Cleef. Your efforts to start your company, lead it through good times and bad, and set it up for future growth are really incredible. So once again, congratulations. Well, that wraps up this year's Eagle Awards ceremony. I want to thank everyone for joining us in paying tribute to New Jersey's best. I also want to thank Phil Beecham, Chris Hartman, Athena Exenios, Penny Grasso, and Lynn Schwalje. Without each of you, today's program just would not have been possible. And just a reminder, our room will open up again for networking when we sign off. Thanks for being here. We'll see you at our next event. Until then, I'm Jerry Keenan. Have a great day.